I'm getting right into spoilers for Spider-Man Brand New Day, so if you haven't seen it, click off the video right now. For so long, we have wanted Tom Holland's Spider-Man to feel like Spider-Man. He's felt like Iron Boy Jr. for the longest time, and now we finally get him being traditional, regular Spider-Man. He's broke, he's depressed, he's alone in his 20s, he's single. It's fire. I love how Peter not being able to be Peter Parker anymore has dived into Spider-Man so heavy to the point where he won't even take his mask off in situations where it would be very normal for him to take his mask off, like with Elena in the pool or some other scenes. He keeps his mask on, and I love that. He's probably in his suit for 80% of this movie, like Batman and the Batman. I just think the plot would have been more satisfying if it was tighter. The MJ and Ned stuff is the best part of this movie. Everything they do with them genuinely had me on the edge of my seat wanting to see more. If they had a street level movie with the Ned and MJ stuff and then had like Scorpion and a few other villains being part of some sort of gang war, this would have been an incredible movie, but I just feel kind of underwhelmed. Jean Grey, obviously, is in this movie. You know that, I know that, we've known that for so long. It's been leaked, it's been all but confirmed by Sadie Sink herself, and I feel like, I gotta be honest here, terrible first showing for Jean Grey. I do not care about this character at all. Not only is she doing some fucked up shit to people, she's, possessing an elderly man and then throwing him into traffic. She's, the shit she does to Peter on that rooftop with MJ is fucking diabolical. Like, worst villain shit ever. Like, killing Aunt May is one thing, but doing what she did to him on that rooftop is crazy, dude. But even if she didn't do all this villainous stuff just to be redeemed at the end, her story, is nothing. It's literally the most generic shit I've ever heard of in my life. Her sister died, or she's trying to find her sister. She's going after damage control, and that's it. She's sad because her sister is there, and then she's even more sad because her sister is dead. And it's like, there's no nuance to it. I guess there's that scene where she's talking to her sister in the field and her sister's teaching her how to use the powers, and then she possesses Jean to make her run away so she doesn't get caught too, but I felt nothing. Like, when she looks at the vent and sees that that's VMAX and that's what she's been looking for the whole time, Spider-Man movies are supposed to make you feel so much overwhelming emotion, and Jean Grey was just such a flat character devoid of any sympathy or emotion from me. I just don't care. Why are we introducing these new X-Men in a Spider-Man movie, the first Spider-Man movie in 5 years that's supposed to take off from a point that everybody wanted Peter at the end of No Way Home? We've wanted that since Civil War 10 years ago. And instead of giving us that perfect street-level Spider-Man story, you had to throw in Jean Grey. You had to throw in the Hulk. You had to throw in some X-Men setup. The Hulk in this movie also, literally everything you see in the trailer is in the movie. He's in it for maybe 10 minutes, and the fight scene ends so bad. It ends so bad. It is so gory where he's like, I'm Peter, I'm your friend. And then Bruce looks at himself. The Hulk looks at himself in a reflection and is like, oh yeah, I haven't been out and rageful for fucking 15 years in the MCU, but you're right. Your name is Peter. You're my friend. I'll be good. And it's like, that's it. All the marketing with the Hulk was just for that. That part of it is so lame. Back with the Jean stuff, man. They keep showing you this conversation between Peter and Aunt May that they had probably right after the end of Homecoming, where she finds out he's Spider-Man. And, they keep showing a little bit of it, and then they go away from it. And you're like, damn, when they show that scene, it's going to be awesome. But when they do show that scene, it's not Peter and Aunt May talking. It's Jean in Peter's mind. And it's like Aunt May's talking to Jean. And I don't care about Jean's character, so I would have felt more emotion if we saw that interaction between May and Peter, but we don't, and we get it robbed from us. And it's like, you brought Marissa Tomei back just to defeat the villain in this way? Crazy. And then the whole mutation thing, I thought it was going to be so much better, but he solved the mutation with tech, with no job and no money really quickly, And it just felt underutilized. That whole thing felt underutilized. They only did that so they could have the inhibitor chip to control Jean, and it felt so clunky and it felt so messy. And like Hulk was in there too, but you didn't need him. Like replace Hulk with Dr. Connors. Like it would have been amazing because Peter knows that this guy, Dr. Connors, is Lizard in another universe that he had to fight and then he had to cure and reform. But the Punisher dynamic is great. I love that. Everything with that was awesome. Funniest part of the movie for sure. I wanted to cry when the movie started, but like I just ended up feeling like less emotion than usual. And that fucking fake out death with Peter, like I know it's good for the story because Peter is a very sacrificial person. He was trying to save Jean, even though Jean kind of deserved to die. But it was like he's bleeding out and you're like, they're not gonna kill him. Like obviously it's Spider-Man. Like I don't understand the fake out deaths. First we had one in Fantastic Four with Sue Storm in her first movie in the MCU, and then you have a fake out death with Spider-Man. It's like obviously they're not gonna kill him. It's just so dumb. I hate the fake out deaths. I hate it. Like The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is a worse movie, but it like made me feel more than this. I don't know, man. Like it's such a mixed bag because there's so much good. Scorpion is great, but like he's controlled by Jean most of the time, and it's like I don't know, like why is there X-Men shit in my Spider-Man movie? I'm so conflicted. Like even the good stuff where it's MJ and Ned and, you know, Peter interacting with them, or Peter like longing for them. He's swinging around New York City thinking about them, and you're giving flashbacks of the last trilogy, which we obviously saw. We obviously saw everything that happened in the last trilogy, and you're putting those clips from those movies on the screen to show us Peter's emotions. Why don't you just show Peter's emotions? You don't have to call back to what happened. Like, if it was just Peter swinging and crying and thinking about all this stuff, we don't need the visual. We need melancholy swinging. All right. All that out of the way. I really liked a lot in this movie. I liked Peter's relationships. I liked how he was mostly Spider-Man the whole time. I like the flirting with him and MJ in that curtain scene. I really like how MJ doesn't want to get back together with him because she doesn't know him, and it's understandable. I like how she invited him up to hang out with Ned, and it was like nothing had ever changed. It was like they had so much chemistry, even if he was in the Spider-Man suit and they were building Legos. It was like old times. It was just, that stuff was what they should have focused on. And the emotional stuff they ended up ending the movie on fell so flat. But I did really like the end scene where they're doing a handshake. I don't know if that means Ned remembers Peter. I don't know if that means that like Ned knows his name is Peter just because MJ accidentally said it when he went out to fight, I guess, Sadie Sink at the end, Jean Grey. But I don't know, man. Like, I had such high expectations for this movie, and I honestly don't think it's Tom Holland's best. I think No Way Home is still the best Spider-Man movie in Tom Holland's four movie run. Great movie, like not a great movie. This is a good movie, but it's not great, and it could have been great. But there's so much going on at once. It feels like two movies jumbled into one, where you have the Peter, Ned, and MJ stuff, and then you have the X-Men stuff, and it's like you didn't have to combine them. You could have waited for the Jean Grey stuff for a different movie, or just introduce her in Secret Wars or X-Men. I just feel like it takes a lot away from this movie, and if I want to rewatch a Spider-Man movie, I feel like this has like so many high highs, and it has some like great clippable like 20-minute scenes, but once you go around in the third act, it's kind of like I don't really care anymore. Like I don't really feel anything. And I'm going to see it again tonight, so maybe I'll feel differently and maybe I'll like it more. But something just felt off about the whole Jean Grey and Hulk of this movie, and it would have been better without them in it. I wish the villain was Mr. Negative, or I wish the mutating stuff was due to the symbiote or something. It's just they wasted so many plot lines that could have been full story-length movies here, all just to set up another project in the MCU. I don't know. I feel like I'm saying more negative than positive right now, but I still like the movie. I'm giving it like somewhere between a 7 and 8 out of 10. It's definitely like in the middle of my Spider-Man list. Currently, I think it's at like number 6 out of 11, maybe number 7. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to watch it again, and I'm going to let you guys know what I think if my opinion changes. But for now, I just feel kind of underwhelmed and disappointed. Even though it's a good movie, I just was expecting it to be a little cleaner, tighter, and even with that long runtime, it feels like it breezes by without doing much. I don't know. Let me know what you thought down below. Drop your Spider-Man ranking. Let me know if I'm stupid for liking the movie less than the general public does right now. And I will talk to you guys next time.